Hello YouTube, how you doing? Destroyer here, playing a little more Heroes of Order and Chaos, and today I wanted to make a how to play Melina video. One of my subs was asking about it, so I am tearing Mel up in mid, and some of y'all have seen me before now. If you haven't played Melina, she is one of the best mages out of all of the game. So we're going to get in here and talk about more of her skills and such. Now the first skill I always get with her, especially if I'm laning, I get this second skill right here, the Arcane Blast. And the reason is it does a lot of damage, plus it's AoE, and has a slow with it. So I'll show you, and you see the range is just good to use, especially if I'm going in lane. It's very effective. So let's see if I can get in here and use it a couple more times on this elf. Now, as you can see, it does good damage, and it's awesome for getting these last hit on creeps, which is sometimes a little bit tougher to get in lane. And right now I'm facing the team, but let's back up a little. I always level it up first all the way. As you can see, at 140 damage plus a blue number. Now that blue number represents the overall magical damage, and let me turn on my volume real quick. The overall magical damage that I have, and plus as a chance to double slow them, which I thoroughly enjoy as well. So let's get in here, see if we can get most of these last hits. And I'm going to keep pushing hard on this elf. Now the next skill I get is called Fireball Unchained, which is this first one. Now you have a range of 8 meters on this one to kind of hit your target with. And if you kill that target with it, you get a chance of reducing the cooldown rate quite drastically. I think it's about a 50% chance. We'll look at it in 1 second. So we're going to get a slow in on her. I'm going to also use this and use my Fireball Unchained. A little bit of lag spike there. But looking at the Fireball Unchained, as you can do, it does 70 damage directly right away. 40% is that chance of getting back if I kill somebody and stopping that reduction cost there, which is very beneficial to me as well. So I'm going to use that AoE, get that kill there, and work on getting that one as well. So I am going to use the AoE again and keep last hitting these and letting some of them die. Now, one thing I do want to talk about with her is that her third skill, as you can see, it does damage as well and freezes the enemy for 1.5 seconds, completely stunning them. But this also stuns you for 1 second. So this gives you a chance to kind of get away, and it gives you another effect. As you can see on the bottom, this skill has a 40% chance of unleashing an additional effect that she cannot be frozen, which can be awesome at getting away. So I am going to work this. She has just hit level 6, so I'm going to be a little bit more worrisome, hopefully, about this elf, because she's going to try to come in and what I like to call sneak around and try to kick me and you know where. So I'm going to go ahead and get my level 6 and work in on this real quick, because that's exactly what I need. So I got my level 6. We're gonna, well, I was gonna give it to him, but we have my level 6 now, which I was going for. We're gonna push in on this elf if we can. A little bit of lag, but not too bad. Now, if you look at my ulti here, the Master of Magic, the passive is awesome. It increases the mobility of Melina's other skill by 10%. Also, when I activate it, for 20 seconds, you will see a book that flies around her. When you see that book flying around, this will signify that her ulti is up and she is ready to use it. Now, each skill that you use, so you're going to want to initiate your ulti first. Each skill you use after the ulti is initiated will give a secondary effect. So it will give it will shoot another missile, dealing 40 damage plus 26. Now this is awesome when it gets to level 3 and you're level 15. It is just straight insane how much damage it can do. So it looks like we're gonna get in on this. Retrophy, no, just died right before I could be able to port in. Unfortunately, but their helm was coming in there. Not so bueno, shucks. So now's my chance to kind of get in and out of lane, and we'll see what happens here. I definitely can't let Helm here think he's controlling everything, so we are gonna finish these guys off. And as you can see, that Fireball Unchained skill still there, that cooldown. So it looks like I am going to cross lanes up here, see if we can get a gank in on this Inquisitor or something like that. And where did he go? And he barely gets away. So we might be able to take this tower here, and that looks like what we're gonna do. Sweet. So tower going down. Khotun snagged it. I'm gonna switch back, and maybe I'll get out of here, maybe I won't. So we're gonna initiate my ulti. I'm gonna stun this Jambra so his thing comes off, and we're gonna switch in on this Retrophy here. So we're gonna use all of our skills on Retrophy. And Retrophy's gone down. I'm gonna go down. We're gonna come back, get our port, and port back in on Khotun. And here we go, a big team fight here. We're gonna use our ulti again, kill this Jambra, boom. And switch back on Retrophy here. Gonna go ahead and stun her like we were talking about. And look at that damage, just empowering the kills here. Nice. So I'm gonna get back, push this other lane. Good job at Cedric's getting in. Switching off lanes there. So as you can see, that AoE damage helped so much. Even though I died, it helped so much getting that damage, which I had to sacrifice in there. But the kills were definitely worth it. Also, one thing I do want to add about that Fireball Unchained, when you shoot it, it also shoots about a second and a half faster than your regular skill. So the attack speed is much better. So it looks like we have Retrophy and Jambra here on bottom. Retrophy coming in, and we're just going to get all them creeps. And Retrophy coming in on me, and I am going to try to use all my skills here, and it's just not going to happen, unfortunately. But Khotun getting in there, getting that kill, which we need. Now, as you saw, even though I died there, I was targeted drastically, but Khotun got those kills, and Lu just helped doing the immense damage to finish him off. Now, I solidified that damage. As you saw, I initiated my ulti here, and you saw how much damage I did to that Retrophy. I used my ulti, then I used my second skill, my first skill, and then I popped it off again with my third skill, and then going back to my first and second. This is the way you really want to play Melina, because using her skills efficiently like that is going to allow her to get that extra damage, which is just drastically needed. That extra damage from her ulti is what I was referring to. And as you can see, now it's upwards of 100. Now, if you haven't noticed, using it in that way, you can tell the cooldown of the Arcane Blast is a lot more minimal than the other skills in a way. And this is why I always want to use them first. As you can see, 11 seconds. Now, sometimes the Fireball Unchained use first, but it depends. But usually I start off with that because I want to use this again to kind of finish it off with the creeps and such. So it looks like we're going to push in on mid, hopefully, here. And work in on this elf. I am just going to do a couple hits to her. Because my backup went home. So I'm going to pace back and forth. See what happens. We are back in mid. Just who knows what's going to happen here. I have a feeling that elf is just staring at me somewhere. Which is kind of creepy. So I don't see anybody in trouble, but I'm just going to go ahead and pop this out so my allies know how long I'm down for. So they're all there. Let's go in mid here. Hopefully this guy will be right with me. And I am going to work a little bit on this mid tower. Since we had creeps here, I definitely wish that a Sidrix would have been with me there. Because we would have been able to take that tower no problem. And as you can see, oh, look at that. Oh, Jumper there.
Your help is crazy.
And I am back. So close. I'm glad I definitely didn't do that. So we're going to go ahead full mage on this because we definitely need the attack. And since I can go ahead and do it and I have enough money, I'm going to go ahead and buy some Farseeing. So Sidrix in a little bit of trouble. Already used his ulti. I'm going to pour it in on him here. And we are going to go in and kill this elf. I'm going to stun this Retrophy and I'm backing, trying to back away a little bit. Golly, the Helm coming in there. Just doing the damage, but hey. 2 people dead? Nope. Only me. Only me died. I sacrificed myself for the better good. So I need to start building a little bit of defense here. And I believe I have some that will help me out. We're going to go ahead and buy some HP. This is hopefully keep me more survivable since I'm being targeted drastically so much. Now, as you can see, the way I level up my skills, like I said, is always the Arcane Blast first. Then I level up all the way to the Fireball Unchained. I'll finish off with my ulti. Then level this Deep Freeze all the way up. The reason is for that is because the Deep Freeze doesn't expand so much damage as well as the other skills. And plus, as you can see now, the Fireball Unchained does immense damage instead of doing, right at that 100 amount, it does 225 easy. So that is a lot of damage. So it looks like Khotun is here. I'm gonna pick up these creeps. And it looks like I'm just going to protect mid for a little bit. See who comes in here. I'll take this creep wave and I might need to get out of town. So we're grouped up in a way. See, I'm going to go ahead and tell them my port. So I got my ulti, which is going to be awesome here. And it looks like this is going to be another mid fight. See, they are mid. It looks like we're going in on this top tower up here. So I figure they'll show themselves in a second. And I'll go ahead and level it up all the way. Kotun and them here, we're kind of playing risky in this amount. Their team probably going to set up for a gank. So I am going to roll out of here. We're gonna just take their triangle. And I'm gonna work in on this tower. It looks like he's gonna be able to finish it. Oh, if not, I will. So we definitely have mid tower here. I'm gonna push this lane one more again. I have a lot of backup here, so I'm gonna stay. It looks like the backup is leaving. Retrophy in a lot of trouble. Fighting in up here. Good port in by Kotun. And it is a major team fight. Oh, I'm not going to be able to make it in time. But I'm going to go ahead and use my ulti in there. And it looks like they got it. Maybe I got him? Yes. And it looks like Jumbra's not going to get away either. We're going to get a kill on him. And here we go. Just if this Retrophy thinks she can get away in enough time, she just might. And her rush saving her life. But it looks like a Vistix, Citrix is not going to have it. So hopefully we can take this tower now. Without a blink, and then I am definitely get back. So I am out of here. Looks like our Retrophy's out too. And thank you so much for that HP. That HP saved my life. But I do need to focus on finishing off my piercing, which I have enough money to do it. And this piercing is going to be crazy. Now I can focus on a little bit more defense. And the most defense that's killing me right now is actually magical and physical. But I'm just going to go a full steering souls, and I might switch it up. So we'll see in a couple more team fights what I need more as a drastic defense. And it looks like Jambra possibly going to get away from here. And he does. Helm's there. Helm rushing in on me. I definitely would love a teammate. And they left me there. My teammates, baby. Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Finally jumping in there. That hesitation just about killed me. Crazy. Close, bro. Faster next time. Okay, and since that has kind of resolved itself out, Elf is probably going to be targeting more. If not, I definitely need a little bit of that defense from Helm, so I'm going to buy a little bit of that physical defense here. And it looks like my team is going to put so much pressure in on this tower. This might be finished. Oh, that was such an awesome team fight back there. As you can see how much damage my ulti did. As I was sitting there doing, I got the percentage of that fireball Unchained coming back over and over again. And it looks like Retrophy needs a port, so I'm going to port in. Lou was not going to be able to stay alive, unfortunately. So this is going to be a close one here. I'm definitely going to get out. I had to get out of there. Let's see if Retrophy's going to get away from here. And it looks like she's going to get the port away. And yes. Awesome. Good job.
See anything you like?
So I am going to go ahead and buy that Farsian again. Good thing we saved Retrophy there. I wish I could have saved Lou, but he was in a little too deep for my comfort. No problem, bro. No problem. So it looks like we got a big push on both lanes. Eccentric's probably going to take this lane. And we'll see how our team converges. Looks like Elf being on top. Let's see if I can get a kill in on her. And this is how I want to come in on this. I want to use my ulti. No, she's going to get away. Shucks. Anyways. Elf, unfortunately getting away from there. She knew I was coming. So as they're pushing that lane, I'm gonna definitely push this top lane up here. So we got 2 on bottom, 3 on bottom, so this gives me almost open range. And I believe I can take Elf by myself since I have a Raven's Mail and the other stuff. So let's look how Elf is building. And Elf's build is not going to be enough attack speed to finish me off, but I got to be careful here now because everybody has disappeared on my map. You definitely don't want to be the first one in with Mel. I do want to represent that, but it looks like they are all on the top lane, and I'm going to be able to push this tower with no problem. And there it is. I do not know how I got that kill. That was weird. Anyways, we are pushing in on this tower too. It looks like this game is going to be finished pretty soon. All 3 ways. So guys, if you want to think about Molina just a little bit more, the things you really want to focus on are skill proficiency, as I always like to say. You want to use that skill, the ulti first to initiate, then slow them with the Arcane Blast as doing that AoE damage to all. Do the Fireball, Unchained, stun them if necessary, and that's it. And the reason we want to start off with that first skill, as I showed you, the range, you can get an extra 2 meters, which making that right at a 10 meter skill, that's what makes her most efficient. So guys, please tell me down in the description below if this how to play video helped you with Molina. I hope it did. Also, tell me a little bit something. What's your favorite hero out there, or what you'd like to see videos come up next? So we'll do a quick item recap, and as you see with Molina, I went full mage, especially my Pierce being crazy, which kept me alive in one of those amazing team fights. As well, the other team doing well. I believe their Elf could have been a little bit more aggressive, but which was good either way. So guys and gals, thanks for watching as always, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I, Destroyer, will be out in the Battle of Herodon. Destroyer out!